Yes, Morrissey. Well, look, I'll be over. And will you check the positions? And Morrissey, please. This time, the fire escapes. Thank you. Look, when Superintendent Inman comes over, will you get him to call? Thank you.
Why? Something wrong?
Oh, it's all right, Morrissey. He's just arrived. I'll see you a bit later then. Thank you.
Is there?
Welcome back, sir.
You haven't answered my question.
No, nothing wrong. Everything's gone very smoothly while you've been away.
Sheik arrive all right?
Yes, the entire circus.
Are you sure?
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
No trouble, eh?
No, were we expecting any? You all right?
No, I've picked up a bug somewhere, that's all.
In the Gulf?
As a matter of fact, it's in my belly.
Is that Moxon's report?
My report for Moxon, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Just that he was talking about it.
Just, Moxon, just. You know as well as I do, Moxon never just does anything. There's always a reason.
Yes, sir.
And anyway, I don't like our affairs being discussed with outsiders when I'm not here.
Outsiders? He's hardly an outsider,
Moxon
is he?
especially.
All right, sir.
Admiralty messenger for you, Superintendent.
Ah, good. Send him up, will you? What did he say?
Looking forward to your return.
Which means he's hoping I've established that the inquiry will blame the British skipper for the explosion, bearing in mind
the oil contract.
The oil contract.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just afraid that he's in for a bit of a shock.
Well, have you found out something?
Come in. Thank you. Jordan, I want to go and see the Sheikh. Arrange a car, will you?
Yes, sir. But did you find out anything?
And I want you to come with me.
All right, sir.
A bomb?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
May I ask where you got this information?
Lieutenant Sayre. He's an explosives expert with the Mediterranean Fleet.
And on whose authority?
On yours. You told me get out there and find out what's going on, didn't you? Hello. Well, the point is this. Has the Sheikh any comeback on us, politically speaking, if that explosion was not an accident?
And the Sheikh, did you go on to see him, as I told you?
To tell him what? That his son was blown up, had been murdered.
It really is most embarrassing on the very eve of the inquiry. Although, of course, we've no authority to intervene in the Sheikh's internal affairs.
You mean it's not our business?
Not really, is it?
Well, what about the captain? Captain Tate. He'll lose his job as a result of this inquiry.
He's hardly our business either, is he?
Morning, sir.
Oh, good morning. I'm expected. I have a meeting with Sheikh Ali Al Akhlil.
I don't think they speak English, sir.
Andi Tiad Mahar Sheikh.
الاسم بالموجود
Sheikh Al Akhlil.
على الاسم بالموجود
Sheikh Al... I'm Superintendent Inman. The Sheikh is expecting me.
الشيخ ما في هون.
Does nobody here speak English?
I don't know, sir. Morris, anybody speak English?
Well, sir,
Well, what?
this is the Sheikh's son, sir.
Well, doesn't Special Branch have anyone at hand who speaks Arabic?
Sir, I have an appointment with the Sheikh.
That's correct.
Well?
But my father's resting. This is merely a formal visit, is it not, to introduce yourselves as our guard for as long as our stay lasts? Is that right?
Yes, of course.
Well, you better come in and talk to me then. Now, which one of you gentlemen is going to shadow me?
There will always be someone with you, sir.
That wasn't what I asked, Mr. Inman.
I shall, sir.
I hope you're good with horses.
I ride.
How evasive you British are. Always the compromise answer. What's your name?
Jordan, sir. Chief Inspector Jordan.
Well, Chief Inspector, I'm good at most things, but with horses, I excel. You have to be good to keep up with me. And you, Mr. Inman?
I don't ride, sir.
I mean, are you good enough to keep up with me?
That depends what you're doing, sir.
Precisely. So tell me, Mr. Inman, how you got on.
Got on, sir?
Yes. With your inquiry into the yacht explosion, you have been in our parts, haven't
You're
you?
very well informed, sir.
Yes, I hear most things. But I don't want you to help this English captain.
Sir?
Come now, Mr. Inman. That's the reason you went out there, is it not?
I'm sorry, I don't follow, sir. I'm sorry.
You English. You stick together whenever one of you is in trouble. Wherever you are, you stick together.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
So tell me, so that's the reason you went out there, is it not? To find proof to protect this captain.
Not necessarily, sir.
British compromise. I know all about British compromise, but I won't have any, not in this case and not for this captain.
Yes, well, we all understand how you feel, sir.
It was an accident, sir, a very tragic accident, and I would...
He was my brother, and we insist that the guilty are punished.
Well, so do we, sir.
Good.
British law is the same.
Good. And what will happen to him?
Sir?
The captain.
I said British law is the same, sir, but only when we know who the guilty person is.
Why? Is there some doubt?
هذه هي.
Do you think we should get him a harem, sir? Shall I get through to the governor of Holloway and ask for a few little volunteers?
You stay exactly where you are, Jordan, and let me know when the Sheikh is available.
What's wrong with you people? Why bother in the first place?
تعرف يا شيخ ما تعرفنيش.
Bloody cheek.
Don't let that upset you, Inman.
Oh, not at all, sir, but I have to go.
Yes, but you will not forget our little sacrificial lamb.
Sir?
The captain. We need him to be punished. Is your Inman offended by me or cleverer than he looks?
Captain Tate. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I'm grateful, you seeing me like this. The company gives me a lawyer, but I can't talk to him. He spends more time picking his bloody fingers than it is writing down what I tell him.
Well, I hope I can help.
How? When you know what they're going to do to me.
Tell me, how well do you know Ras Dajia?
The Sheikhdom?
No, the capital.
Well, it depends what you want.
Well, do you know, for example, if anyone out there has a grudge against the Sheikh?
What do you mean?
A real grudge.
Well, there are troublemakers, of course, old men who stand in the market and blow their top, but the Sheikh likes that, says it's democracy, but that's all.
What about the anti-British element, the real professionals?
Just what are you driving at?
Well, do you know of any?
Well, there's Bahara, of course.
Baghara.
Yes, Bahara, bin Bahara. He hates us. I mean, really hates. Talks of driving the British out, taking over all our interests out there. And when you think what we've done with that fly-infested dump, why, it's a new city now, clean, shining. It makes you sick.
Do you know this man?
Everyone knows Bahara.
Have you any idea what he thinks about the oil contract?
You mean being given to the British? Oh, he pretends to like the idea, drinking up at the oil company with the managers. Yes, he pretends to be their friends, but he's not.
But he drinks with them.
Yes, there used to be some minister or other, trade, I think, till the Sheikh sacked him for corruption. Yes, he gets everywhere. But what's this to you?
Oh, information, that's all.
Oh,
You never
yes,
know.
yes, that's me. Giver of free information. But who helps me?
Maybe I can.
Oh, no. No one. He's too old to bother about
No,
this.
in this case, I think it's possible.
Save my neck, can you?
Depends what they're trying to get you on.
At the inquiry? Improperly functioning oil supply.
And was it?
Was it? Hell, my engines are the best looked after in the Gulf. Everyone knows that.
Then they couldn't have caused the explosion.
Just try telling that to the inquiry.
What if I thought it was a bomb?
Tell them that too.
No, I mean it, seriously.
A bomb?
Yes,
On my boat?
I think so.
You mean it wasn't my fault?
Not if it was a bomb.
Now, just a minute, a bomb. Now, look, what the hell are you talking about?
I think that somebody brought a bomb aboard before you sailed.
Who did?
Well, that's what I want you to tell me.
Well, I don't. Now, for God's sake, explain
Well,
what...
try and remember. Think. Now, what was it like before you sailed?
Bedlam. Total bedlam. Arabs everywhere.
Why didn't you clear them off?
Well, the Sheikh's mob.
And this was when?
The night before the explosion.
And the passengers' luggage?
All on board.
No, I mean, had you searched it all?
Been looked at, yes.
All of it?
Yes. No.
Which?
There was something belonged to the Sheikh's son, a gift. Bukhara. Yes, a gift.
What?
From Bukhara. This trunk, a sort of chest it was. Yes, it came as a gift to the son just before we sailed.
And did he tell you what was in it?
Yes, he did. Clothes, fishing gear, that sort of stuff.
But you never examined it?
Well, how could I, being like it was then?
Pity.
How? Pity.
Well, that could have been your big mistake. Your Royal Highness, if I
I
may
know who
introduce
you are,
myself.
Mr. Inman and Chief Inspector Jordan. You're welcome. Please.
Thank you, sir.
Our police in Razdajir are not up to the standard of your famous metropolitan force.
Oh, I'm
But
sure,
I've put
sir.
my son Omar, who knows England, in charge of ours in the hope that one day...
Responsible position, sir.
Oh, he is learning.
I understand he was at Sandhurst.
Yes, for a short time.
Oh. I thought he had passed out from there.
He was young and foolish.
Of course, Sandhurst would always be
Sandhurst, Mr. Inman, there is no place in the world like your Sandhurst. I told Omar that. I said to him, soldiers are men. Yes, and there is a place for women, of course, but, well, he said it was a prank, and so it was. But a soldier's discipline must not be broken for a prank. And certainly one does not take leave of an exercise for some woman. But I must not waste your time.
Oh, sir, you're not doing that.
Omar tells me you have been visiting the Gulf.
Yes, sir, I have.
The captain must be punished, Mr. Inman.
Well, sir?
I told Omar the British shall have my oil, but I must have that captain's head.
Sir, he may not be guilty.
Not guilty.
No, sir.
The truth, Lieutenant.
Can I ask a question, sir? I wonder, sir, whether you have ever considered the possibility that this explosion on board ship was not an accident.
Why do you say that?
Have you, sir?
Yes, we considered it.
And?
When the pain and the suffering had eased a little, Omar and I considered it.
Did you reach any conclusions, sir?
Yes. No such treachery occurred.
Sir, if I might
please.
probe...
No, you don't understand. Why should you understand? My eldest son had no enemies. Omar, he's young, robust like a horse, but the other had no enemies. He was too gentle. People would not want to hurt him. He was loved by too many.
Thank you, sir.
You found out something, haven't you?
Yes,
Someone killed him?
I think so.
Do you know who did it?
Excuse
don't
me,
know.
sir.
Yes, Morrison?
It's the son, sir. I think you should go and see him.
I have some saddening news for you, Superintendent.
Sir?
The explosion on the boat was caused by a bomb. My brother was murdered.
How do you know this, sir?
My chief of police has just informed me by telephone.
How did he find out?
We had a man in captivity on other charges. Certain things he said made us suspicious.
And this was the man who planted the bomb?
Of course.
Was he known, sir?
Yes. A cheap politician called Bukhara.
Bukhara.
Why does his name excite you, Superintendent?
I would like to see this man, sir, if it could be arranged.
I'm afraid it's not possible.
But the inquiry,
I'm
sir,
afraid
will
it's not
require...
possible, Superintendent. Bahara is dead. He has just been executed.
It smells. I don't believe it. It's not a coincidence. It's too convenient.
The first time you make your suspicions known to the Sheik, the first time they're made at all public,
And the most interesting man in this tangle so far gets executed. Silent. Too convenient.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to think.
About who could have arranged the
Coincidence?
coincidence, yes, sir. Omar? The Sheik?
Omar.
Right.
Right. So, get onto it. Get friendly with him. Politics, loyalties, associates, anything you can get. And Jordan, discreetly.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to go upsetting people.
And finally, to convey the deepest sympathies of Her Majesty's government over this tragic news, and their heartfelt gratitude to you, Your Highness, for making the journey to this country at such a time.
Thank you. Please.
But the inquiry will go on.
The inquiry must go on.
Even when we know the cause of your son's death.
Yeah, Omar will explain. He has been checking up for me.
It is mercantile law, Mr. Moxon.
So the inquiry will go on.
What law is that?
It is a section which says that the captain of a ship shall be responsible for knowing what is inside containers which are brought aboard his vessel.
In this case, Captain Tate was led to believe it was a case of clothes. was
Yes,
he not?
but Bahara was a liar.
Mr. Moxon, we must have your assurance.
About the inquiry.
Yes, it could be of some significance at this new turn of events.
My son's death must be avenged completely.
I don't think you're as foolish as you look sometimes.
Do not be offended. He has hot blood. He will learn.
Quite.
Also, please. He does not understand why I really sent for you. Last night, in front of Mr. Inman, I was not a man. I wept because I thought my son had been killed in an accident. Now, Mr. Moxon, I am angry. Now I only wish to crush those who oppress my own blood.
I understand.
You will help.
To...
Find out.
But you've already got Bahara.
Bahara was just a front man. Talked too much, and to the people he seemed strong, but underneath he was weak. He would take orders from others.
Do you know who?
Arabs?
Nasser.
No. My dear Mr. Moxon, Nasser, do not be naive. Just Arabs. Mr. Moxon, I care for my country. These others do not. They think they have oil, they are rich, they are powerful, important, have armies, private armies. They can play games with the outside world.
And Bahara was involved with these people.
Bahara was greedy and dangerous.
Your Highness, is this an official request?
I am asking the British to help. I give you my oil because I want your friendship. This, I think, is a very good way of you showing that I was right.
But discreetly, you understand.
Oh, yes, of course. We're already working on it.
Have you found out anything?
No, not yet. But in view of what we've learned, the fact that Lieutenant Thayer was right in his conclusions, I want him over here giving evidence.
To what end? Oh, hello.
I think he's vital to the whole inquiry.
His evidence may be, but his presence is not.
Oh, for heaven's
We've
sake.
had a very full report from him. One of my chaps has read it. Dyson, he'll be presenting it. He's an explosives
That
expert.
is not the point.
What isn't?
I've had another report from Thayer. He thinks he's found something else. Embedded in the wreckage brought up by the diver, a piece of the bomb.
When did you hear this?
The point is this. If I'm to find out who was behind Bakara, I need to know how that bomb was made.
I'll see what can be done.
There has been no accident, no nothing at all.
You are sure?
I'm sure. It'll be here as soon as possible.
Mr. Tupper?
May it please you, sir. The motor vessel Abbas was to have been a gift to the family of Sheikh Ali El Alil, a 750-ton yacht from the British-controlled oil firm of Ras Tajir Petroleum. Since this gift had not been made at the time of the accident, however, the ship was still British registered. And the incident having taken place during what may be called her acceptance trials, it properly must be the concern of this inquiry. Now, you have heard this appalling disaster called an accident, but you will also hear more recent evidence which I believe will leave this court in no doubt that it was instead caused by the deliberate and willful act of some person who caused to be placed aboard the Abbas a mine or firebomb which this person contrived should...
Where's our friend Omar?
Didn't want to come, sir.
Didn't want to come.
Mr. Jordan's there. It's all right, sir.
We have a great deal to get through today, particularly in view of these latest developments. And I must ask press representatives not to interrupt the proceedings at all.
A mine or firebomb which this person contrived should explode after a period of time, which it did, with such disastrous consequences that 47 men lost their lives, all in fact on board, save 3 survivors, one of whom was the British captain. You will also, after the evidence you have heard, have little doubt that the agent who set or who caused this to be set was one Mohammed Ben Bakara, a citizen of Ras Tajir.
As a friend, I ask you.
Well, actually, I'm supposed to be on duty.
Ah, you policeman. You're boring. Do you understand the word boring, Chief Inspector? I think you're terribly boring.
Well, why don't you try me another time when I'm not on duty?
So correct. Like Sandhurst. Did I tell you what they were like at Sandhurst?
Oh, yes, you did.
They had rules, Chief Inspector. Their rules. The kind of rules my father likes. Gentlemen's rules. Yet what could be more gentlemanly than escorting a pretty girl to her bed?
Oh, I agree. I agree. In the afternoon when all the cadets are on exercise.
Did you check on me?
Yes.
Where'd you find that out from?
Your father.
My father. Well, he doesn't mind whatever he says. He wants his sons to be strong and virile.
Well, like horses.
Yes, you're learning. But you're not a horse. You'll never be a horse.
No, I hope not, sir. But what you are saying is I'm not virile, isn't it?
I know. I know you English, the way you treat women. Like they were bits of china, delicate things, flowers. That's it.
Yes. Aren't they lovely?
Ah, rubbish. They're all rubbish, but they're fun. You know? That's how to treat them.
Yeah, well, everybody has his own taste, don't they, sir?
You good English. Come on, let's go to the inquiry. And see how much of the sea captain's head they've chopped off.
And the explosive device, Mr. Dyson, was brought aboard in a chest, was it not? A chest full of clothes.
Yes.
Given by Ben Bakara to the Sheikh's late son, Ahmed Ben Alil.
Yes. May I?
Please.
It was brought down to this cabin here.
Ahmed Ben Alil's.
Yes.
And it was there that the explosion occurred.
The first night out, yes.
What would be the result of detonating such a device?
Twofold effects. The explosive and the fire. The shaped charges went off straight up and straight down. And I'd say the bomb was on the cabin floor, because there probably wasn't a great deal of explosive, but enough to do its job. The bottom charge blew a neat hole in the cabin floor. The upward directed charge killed the cabin's occupant.
Can you enlarge on that, Mr. Dyson?
Yes. The downward explosion blew a hole in the cabin floor, just as if it were a tank's armor plate.
Why are you late?
Upward explosion
later, sir.
did just what an anti-tank missile is supposed to do. Blasted small metal fragments at very high velocity round the cabin, so they ricocheted off the bulkheads, going round and round, cutting to bits anything inside.
And the incendiary charge?
Oh, that triggered the thermite. Some of the thermite stayed where it was to gut the cabin and start all the upper deck fires, but most of it fell, as it was intended to do, through the hole in the cabin floor. I imagine a fireball falling down into the ship, hot enough to burn its way through metal, or hot enough to burn its way through the bottom of the ship, for that matter. Then there was an oil tank explosion, which cracked the ship's plates, let in water to spread the fire, and burnt her from stem to stern.
I understand as yet we have no knowledge of the type of bomb used.
I can only say, as far as I understand it, that it was assembled with some considerable knowledge of explosives.
Someone with military training behind him?
Well, yes, if you like. By a soldier.
Silence, please.
Yes, where are we going? I said to Mike,
For a food. Me.
What are you doing now?
I'm just showing it around. Do you mind?
Oh, very pleasant break for both of you.
From the court, you mean? Oh, come on, get in.
Parking ticket.
Oh, get in.
Okay, 5-minute break. All right, everyone, 5-minute break.
Pretty good, eh?
Now, Superintendent, what do you want to know?
Omar Ben Ahalil. I believe you instructed him.
What's he been up to this time?
Why was he often up to things?
Little bee, that one. Keen as mustard, mind, but dangerous. Very dangerous.
In what way?
Couldn't stop playing with the stuff.
Stuff?
Oh, hand grenades, dynamite, explosives, you name it. We had to get rid of him, you know.
But I thought that was, women.
Why, he was chucked out of Sandhurst. Only damn nearly blew up a tank on an exercise with a homemade bomb.
I see. Tell me, was he good with this stuff?
God's gift to the Arabs, I should say.
Come in. Captain, good of you to come so late.
What's it about?
Sit down. Just a few questions, that's all.
I mean, what for?
If we can, to get you off.
It's no good. You were there today. They're still going to nail me.
Even if Bakara did bring that bomb aboard?
Because he was allowed to bring it aboard. You said it yourself. My big mistake.
So you've given up, eh?
Wouldn't you? 2 months of questions, probing, and not a single offer of help. Bakara planted that bomb. Everyone knows that.
Now listen to me. We think there may have been somebody behind Bakara.
Who?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because we're not 100% certain. We can't be unless you cooperate.
How?
Bakara. We need to know who his friends were. Who he used to work with, drink with, sleep with, everything about him. Now you can tell us those things.
Suppose I don't want to.
Don't want to?
Think I'll ever take another ship out to sea again? Do you?
Now listen to me.
No! You do your own finding out. Time I started looking after number one for a change. Time I started stopping everyone else.
Come take.
After all, sir, we've known each other some time. The days out sailing in the bay.
You've got 5 minutes to take, that's all.
I thought perhaps, well, maybe, now they know Bakara planted that bomb. Maybe, knowing you as I do, I mean, I thought perhaps a good word at the inquiry tomorrow.
To let you off?
To give me a chance, sir.
No more chances, Tate. Now get out, please.
That's it, isn't it? Power. You're all power mad. Oh, Tate, he's weak. He doesn't matter. Push him around. He's just rubbish. I thought you were my friend. I mean, you're no better than the police who've been asking me...
What police? Why do you say that?
Oh, forget it.
Captain, I want to know.
I said forget it.
Look, I need to know now. What police?
Just what the hell is going on?
What do you mean?
Well, you're the head of police back home, I mean. Haven't you been talking with Inman?
Inman, he's been talking to you, has he?
Well, why doesn't he ask you who Bahara used to drink with, who his friends were, his buddies? I mean, you knew him better than anyone.
We just wanted the job done quietly, that's all. Did you tell them anything?
Nothing.
That's good of you, Captain.
Yes, but maybe I should.
No, this is my inquiry. I don't want you talking to the British police. If there was a plot against my brother, I'll find out. And perhaps you ought to help me.
What do you mean?
There'll be no more work for you on the boats. That I cannot help. But if you were to work for me on this other matter...
I don't know.
Look, I will compensate you. I will compensate you, Tate. I will pay you all you would have earned in my father's yacht. 9 years' pay. Best offer of your life. £20,000. Now, because you're working for me, I don't want you talking to the British police. To them, you will say nothing.
Progress, sir?
In finding out who murdered my son.
You are making progress, Inman.
Oh, yes, indeed we are, but at the
Mr.
same time...
Moxon, I asked for the help of your special branch for a specific purpose. There are many Arab organizations in London, many groups who would be anxious to see me deposed and my line of succession destroyed.
Sir, I can assure you inquiries are proceeding.
This is all you have to say.
Yes, sir, it is.
And this is as helpful as you will be.
I think we can take His Highness entirely into our confidence, Inman. There's no need to be over-discreet, you know.
I'm sorry, sir, but at this stage I'm not prepared to say anything else.
Your Highness. Inman. Is that really the best you could do?
Yes.
I mean polite.
Master Ahmad. Thank you.
Do you think that was polite, talking to you like that? There's a lot at stake, you know.
That's exactly what I was bearing in mind.
What do you mean?
Listen, if I had told the Sheikh, if I had told him what I suspect, we'd have lost everything. Friendship, oil, everything.
Why?
Because I think that the power behind Bakara was Omar.
You sure?
No. But one more interview with Tate and a chance to see what Sayre has found from that bomb, and I will be.
Then we shall simply abandon the inquiry. Tell them we can't find out.
Not in your life.
Inman, we need that oil.
Listen, this is murder. The Sheikh has the right to know who murdered his heir. Are you going to hide the truth from him? Just for the sake of his oil? Would you do that?
At least you see the problem.
Well?
Tate is still drunk.
Drunk, eh?
Apparently.
Omar must have put the fear of God into him.
Well, he's locked himself in his hotel room and he won't come out for anybody.
It's great. Tate's stoned when I need to get at him, and now this. Lieutenant Sayre has been posted to Singapore.
What?
He joins an exercise out there tomorrow. Been ordered to drop everything.
Moxon, eh?
Bloody Moxon. Ah, well. You better get back to young Omar Khayyam.
Yes, sir. Like water I came, like wind I go.
What?
That's Omar Khayyam.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
One other matter, Captain. You are familiar with the Persian Gulf, Captain?
Reasonably.
Then you will know that there was a previous disaster involving a bomb and a fire at sea, which resulted in the loss of many lives and of a ship called the Dara.
I've heard of it.
And that as a result of that disaster, a rule had been made that all luggage put aboard any ship sailing out of Dubai was to be searched.
Yes, sir.
Was such a search made of all the luggage which came aboard your ship?
I don't think so, sir. No, sir, not all.
Whose luggage was not searched?
Ahmed Ben Alil's.
Had you given specific orders about this?
No.
As master, would you not say that it was your responsibility to see that such an important rule was not disregarded for anyone, no matter how important?
Yes, sir.
Should you not then have done it, Captain?
I suppose I should. Yes.
Did you make any attempt to ensure that the luggage had been searched?
Well, no, sir.
Thank you, Captain. That concludes my question, sir. Since, as I understand it, Lieutenant Sayre is now unable to come to London to attend this inquiry.
Then it only remains for us to present our findings.
Thank you, sir. You may stand down now.
This inquiry is now adjourned.
Good morning. Good morning.
The end is very near, is it not?
The end? How do you mean the end, sir?
For the sea captain. What is he going to do? What's going to happen to him?
Well, I don't think he's going to go back to Rasdagir.
No, I don't think so. Not to Rasdagir.
Oh, by the way, I've got an evening off. I wonder if we'll have
You
a drink.
drink?
Drink, yes.
I don't believe you.
Well, I have been known to.
I don't believe you.
This evening?
We shall enjoy that, shall we?
Fine, I'll see
Oh, I
you.
see you.
Righto.
See you later.
Look, in 5 minutes, somebody could be speaking from that table in there, saying you're not fit to hold command of another ship anywhere in the world. Is that what you want?
Look, leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
I want a drink, Captain, to steady the old nerve.
No, thank you. I've had enough already
Do you know
today.
something? You are a bloody liar. Yes, you are. You're a bloody liar. And if you're lying, we'll get you.
You won't, you know.
I'll lay odds.
You're forgetting Moxon. If Tate would only say what he knew. But Moxon doesn't want that.
I'll drop Omar then.
Look, Omar is behind this, and we are going to prove it, even if it's only for our own sakes. Jordan, come here. Look at him.
However, with regard to the luggage search, which did not take place, my assessors and I feel that here some considerable blame must attach to Captain Tate. There might have been circumstances in which a search was difficult. Had, for example, Ahmed Ben Alil expressly refused it. But no search was even attempted. For that omission to duty, Captain Tate must, in no small way, be held responsible for the tragedy that was to follow. Then there is the matter of the person who caused to be placed an explosive and incendiary device in the effects of the late Ahmed Ben Alil. Without doubt, there was such a bomb, and it caused directly and terribly this fearful casualty. In view of the evidence, we find that it was the work of Ben Bakhara. The fact that he has since paid the price for his treachery does not fall within the scope of this inquiry.
Oh, that is clever. That is so clever. Oh, very good. Very nice.
Jordan, your turn now.
What at that?
No, it doesn't have to be that. Of course not.
Try swinging from the light.
Oh, no, I don't want to
Anything,
swing
as
from
long
the
as you
lights.
do it better than me.
I don't want to swing from the lights.
Oh, what's the matter with you, Jordan? Are you scared?
Of course
Are
I'm
you
not scared. Rubbish.
Oh, come on, then. Do it before you spoil the party.
You've got 30 seconds.
No, that's too much. You must decide now.
Wait a minute. Now, is there any indoor sport I can choose?
Yes,
any?
yes,
Any?
any.
Better than you?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, can you find a friend for Mr. Jordan Barrow? Is that what you want to do?
No, I've got a better idea. I've got a better idea. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, this is your bottle and this is my
What
bottle.
are we going to do with these? Fight? Yeah?
No.
duel!
No, we're going to drink them.
Drink them?
Yeah,
Well, what
yeah.
game is there to play then?
Well, the first one who can empty the bottle and can throw the empty bottle into that wastepaper basket is the winner.
That's a marvellous idea.
Yeah?
Come on.
Oh, if only poor Alfred was here now.
Who's Alfred?
Now, beaded bubbles winking at the brim. That's Tennyson.
Keats. It's a poem.
John Keats is it?
Oh, what is he talking about? What is he talking about?
Omar, my friend, you are drunk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, only you are going to get more drunk.
Oh, we shall see. What is this, a race?
Yeah, bottle for bottle.
And what's that going to prove, that you're better than me? Yeah?
I will wipe you into the ground, and then afterwards we'll talk.
Well, no, I don't like talking.
Oh, no, that's part of the game.
What's this game?
That's a truth game.
What's that?
Oh, well, you wait and see.
Come on, I'll be referee.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
come on.
Ready?
Come on.
Steady.
Come on.
Go.
There. I won.
You didn't. You
Oh,
put
yes.
it in the waistbag basket.
All right.
And now, Omar, my friend. And now we have the truth game. Now you can answer questions, you can ask them. It's better to answer the questions.
Go ahead, Jordan. Play silly games. Ask your stupid questions.
Now you have got to answer them if you want to win.
No, I said ask your questions.
All right, now why don't we talk about Ben Bacara and who blew up that big, big boat, huh?
Why about Ben Bacara?
Well, you can talk about racehorses if you prefer.
You know, Jordan, I even like you sometimes. But you are devious. You're devious and you're scheming, and I don't trust you, not even to talk to.
Well, you'll lose the game.
No. I told you I win at everything. Barrow, can you show Mr. Jordan out?
Oh, come on now, I haven't finished.
Oh, yes, my friend, you finished. You finished the moment you opened your big, big mouth.
Yeah, but I haven't finished, I tell
Look,
you.
I know policemen, Jordan. They're never off duties. They're always like restless snakes, always dangerous, always searching.
But it's only playing a game, you know.
Oh, yes, which you have just lost.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
No luck then.
Oh, I don't know. I think I must be losing my touch. No, I'm all... Oh, my head.
Like to fools.
No! Two policemen!
All right, to policemen. Especially to Mr. Jordan.
Why him?
Inspector Jordan. Because he is the biggest fool of the lot. Well, now, you drink a toast. Now, you drink a toast. You drink a toast to someone you hate.
Hate?
Yes, drink a toast to someone you hate.
I don't think I hate anyone
All
at
right, give me that bottle.
No,
Look,
you
give it.
can't have it.
Give me that bottle.
No.
I get it. I get it. And when I do, I will drink a toast to someone I hate. My father.
Huh?
What's the matter with you? Why aren't you drinking?
Do you hate your father?
Yes. I hate my father.
All right, then. Your father.
That's my father. Ha. But I like you. I really like you.
Who next?
My brother.
But...
Come on, drink. What's the matter?
But your brother's dead, isn't he?
Yes, thank God for that.
I don't like these toasts.
Yes, but I like you.
People that you hate.
All right, and making the people you love.
That's better.
Yes.
To my father.
Ah, oh, that's boring.
It's not boring.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Drink a toast to a wonderful man, but a fool, called Ben Bacara.
Who?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Drink it to him anyway.
All right. To Benjamin.
Yes. To a visionary who taught me what to do.
Marry me.
Become a sheikh, he said.
But I thought your father was the sheikh.
How little you know. How little they all know. You know, There was no one else there except Bahara, myself, and the money. He was a greedy pig. That Inspector Jordan, he is most unsubtle.
Oh. Good morning.
Is it?
You're not sickening for something, are you?
How's your belly?
Oh, that, fine, fine. Send Miss Tetlow in, would you, please? Lovely morning.
I'd like to know why. I mean, we failed in just about everything we've done, haven't we?
Jordan, I'm sorry, but you have been laboring under some misconceptions. Come in.
What do you mean?
How do you do, Miss Tetlow?
Good morning, sir.
Sit down, won't you?
Thank you, sir.
Miss that is Beryl, but that...
Well, yes, sir. But in fact, I work for security.
You work for security?
I'm sorry, Jordan. It was absolutely necessary.
Did you find out?
Yes, sir.
What did he tell you?
Yes, sir, he did. Apparently, it was all part of a pro-Cairo takeover plot.
A very fine report, Miss Tetlow. I congratulate you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I'm sorry to rush, but we have to go if we're going to see these people off.
We are gonna let Omar get away with it.
Well, with Moxon involved, what else do you expect? Miss Tetlow, I wanted to say thank you personally.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Well. Shall we?
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Oh, yes, Chief Inspector?
What did you think of him?
Omar?
Yeah, Omar.
Oh, it's much better if I don't say, sir.
Really? Would you like to have lunch with me?
My father's asked to thank everyone who's taken such good care of us.
Israel, Father, it has been our pleasure. The end of a highly satisfactory visit, wouldn't you say?
Oh, highly, highly.
Oh, come now, Inman. We've got the oil from the Sheikh. You've found out that Omar killed his brother. There's not much wrong with that, is there?
Even if Omar's now plotting his father's death? Even if he's an Arab nationalist sympathizer? And you know what that means for our holdings out there if he does take over.
If he takes over.
How do you mean?
We've arranged for Daddy to find out how his eldest son died. We can afford to do that. Now we've got the contract. Somehow or other, I wouldn't like to be in Omar's shoes when he gets home. Gentlemen, I must be off. My tailor hates me being late for appointments.
Someday, Jordan, I'll get the better of him. Honestly.